So I just got a brand new grow tent setup and I wanted to show you all today. It is the Cultivator Kit by AC Infinity. It's a collaboration with AC Infinity, Athena, and Jungle Boys. Thanks to AC Infinity for sending me over this kit. I figured I'd go through the different pieces of equipment that are in this kit. I've started setting it up, as you can see behind me. So I'll show you kind of what I've got set up so far and what else needs to be set up. Then we're gonna flip over. I'm gonna be planting some new genetics this round. Excited to talk to you all about what I got in stock there. So first off, as you can see, it's a 2 foot by 4 foot grow tent, and this is their new style tent. One big difference you may or may not know is they went from 5 feet tall to now it's 6 feet tall. So it's a much larger tent now, which I thought was pretty cool. Another thing I noticed right off the bat is that the actual window on the side is larger. Let me show you. So the actual window here, much larger, so you can see much easier. I thought that was pretty cool. It comes with the Evo 3 LED grow light. I already have 2 of these in my other grow tent. I still have my other 4x8 setup and 4x4 setup. In my 4x8 setup, I have 2 of these, and then I have an Evo 6 as well that fills up that tent. So I'm really excited to be running another Evo 3 in this tent. I really do like this light. Also have the ventilation up there. It comes with a 6-inch ventilation inline fan. Still need to run the ducting, still need to hook up the carbon filter. It comes with the refillable carbon filter, which is one I haven't used before. So I'm excited to try that out, see how that one works. And then I have all this other stuff that I need to set up. I've got the plate here that comes with the grow tent. This is gonna come up and be placed right here. And I'll have the controller AI. Comes with the controller AI. This will get mounted to the side of the grow tent there. Comes with a voucher for Jungle Boys genetics, which is pretty cool. I'm excited to turn this in and start growing some Jungle Boys genetics. It comes with the decals, some sticker, like a sticker pack, intro to growing, a really thick guide. I haven't actually looked through it yet, but I'm sure it has everything you need to know in order to set up all this equipment, which is really cool. I feel like AC Infinity, they do a really good job at their instruction manuals. We've got a ducting here. This is the 6-inch ducting, so it'll connect the inline fan and the carbon filter. Comes with a Cloud Ray S6 oscillating fan. This big box is that refillable carbon filter that I talked about. Here, in this box, there is some accessories. So we've got some plant twist ties. They've got a trellis net, trimmers, adjustable cable ties, so you can make sure all the cords are tucked away nice and neat. And then here's some tape for duct. So if you wanted to use tape instead of the clamps that it comes with, you could actually tape up connecting the inline fan to the ducting and or the ducting to the carbon filter. Athena nutrients. So this comes with complete starter kit. I've never ran Athena before. Eager to try it out. I know a lot of people have had really good results with it. So it comes with the whole starter kit, which it looks like 2, 4, 6, 8 bottles. Seems like a lot, but the results that I've seen seem to be really good. So I'll give it a try. We'll give it a run and we'll see how it works out. It comes with 2 fabric grow pots and little trays for the fabric grow pots. And then it comes with bricks of cocoa. So AC Infinity makes cocoa. Not sure if you guys knew that or not, but they've got the organic cocoa coir. They've got 4 bricks here. I'm excited about the additional height that I'm gonna be able to get out of this. I'll be able to grow taller plants than my last tent, which was only 5 feet tall. This light right here, running it in this tent, will probably get a better result than the other grow lights I was running in this tent before. If you guys flip back at past videos, I was running the T22 LED grow lights. I had 2 of those in the tent. I like those because it gave me the flexibility to control the height. So if I had a smaller plant, I could have 1 light down, larger plant have 1 light up. So I don't really get that flexibility with this light, but there are other ways to even out that canopy, right? I could boost it onto boxes, for example, or crates, if I need to get the plants even as far as height. So I just wanted to do a quick run through of what all came into this. I've been getting some questions in regards to this kit, whether or not it's worth it. I don't know, you tell me. For all of this complete setup, it really has everything you need, including the medium, even the genetics in order to get growing. So yeah, let me know in the comments section below if you think it's worth getting or not. Now let's flip over and talk about genetics. It is time to plant some new genetics, and boy, am I excited this round. I'm about to plant the From the Stash collaboration with Swank Genetics. These are selected by me, Rob from CLTV, Pigeons 420. We actually sat down with Chris Swank from Swank Genetics and we did a tasting. Well, first we smelled all the genetics. It was like 15 different crosses, 15 or 16. I don't remember, it was a pretty stony day, but we had several different crosses that we had to first do a smell test on. Then we ended up doing a taste test, consumption, so we could get tasting and also the effects from it. And this, what I'm about to plant right here, is what we selected. This is something that me, Rob, and Pigeons all agreed that this is something that we're really excited about. What this is frosted lemonade crossed with fire shit. Frosted lemonade is by Green Fire Genetics. The mother is Hollywood Pure Kush, and the father is ZOZ backcross with Skittles. And then Fire Shit is by 808 Genetics, which is GMO crossed with Crippy BX3. And I'm telling you, when we all smelled it, it smelled like paint primer. It was very, very gassy, fuely, and it cleared up my sinuses. I smelled it and it was just immediately cleared those sinuses. All of us were just like, wow, this is super, super powerful. And then when it came to consuming it, it hit you like crazy. It hit you like, it was like you were getting punched in the back of the throat when you inhaled. It was so strong. And the effects, geez, I don't know, I had a bunch of strains that we were smoking alongside there. So it's really kind of hard to know the effects, but I was definitely laid back, euphoric. I was really hungry at the end of everything, that's for sure. So I have done the germination process here. I started out in a shot glass and soaked the seeds. After about 24 hours, a couple of the seeds sank, so I didn't want to keep them in there any longer. They had cracked open, but the taproot wasn't long enough to plant. So what I did was I transferred them to a paper towel, put them into a bag just to kind of keep them moist. Let's uncover them and see what they look like. So a little bit of a spoiler alert. I uncovered these yesterday and they were ready to plant, so I'm a little bit nervous going into this that they're gonna be like overdue for being planted. But let's open it up and let's take a look at how they look. Oh yeah, they definitely should have been planted yesterday. So super long tap roots. You can see right here where the seed hole is actually starting to come off. And you can see the end of the root right there is thinning a little bit. Those are just indications that this could have been planted a day or so earlier. I'm not too worried about it. I've been in this situation before where the seed hole has been completely off, been able to plant it, and the plant has been fine. It just would have been a little bit better doing it yesterday instead of today. But cameraman wasn't here yesterday, he's here today. So what I'm gonna do is, I've already got the soil kind of prepped up here. It's as moist as it really needs to be, not oversaturated. It should still be kind of light and fluffy throughout. This mix is by Bio 365, it's Bio Flour. And a lot of you folks that are familiar with Bio 365, good soil company, they have a whole bunch of mixes. They do have starter mixes, but a lot of people have just been using the Bio Flour, which is what I'm using here, throughout the entire growth period, from seedling all the way through flowering. I'm gonna plant this in here right now. I've got some tweezers, and what I like to do is just loosen up the soil a little bit. This was wet down before, like I mentioned, but I don't like any compaction to happen. So right there, kind of loosen everything up a little bit. I did do this right before we turned on the camera, so I don't need to get too crazy with it. This is generally a light mix, so I'm not too concerned. As long as I don't plant it too deep, it should have enough aeration in there and not be too compact to where it doesn't sprout. This should definitely sprout here. So I'm gonna take each one individually. I've got some tweezers here. I could go in there and take my fingers and shove it in there and the plant would probably be fine. Some people are concerned about the oils on the hands, so they swear by using tweezers. Just to make things a little bit easier, I like to use the tweezers just to kind of get it in there. Take a little bit of a hole, and then I'll take the longest. Well, let's take the one where the hull is falling off. I'll plant this one first. Taproot down, and then I'm gonna have to use my hands here to surround it with soil. So I gotta be very gentle here. And this is where I kind of do want to compact a little bit because I want that continuous growth, but the hull is completely off. And I'm hoping within a day or so, this part right here, which is actually the cotyledon leaves, this is actually should kind of sprout upwards and the leaves should open up and everything should turn from the yellow it is to a green color. That's pretty much it for planting. I mean, germinating is so easy. It's one of the more easier things to do in my opinion. And I've done it so many times on this channel. I know some people are probably sick of watching this, but I'm still gonna show it. We still got a ton of beginners coming into the scene. Every day, somebody new is starting. So if you're new to this, welcome. Hopefully this stuff helps you out. Last thing I like to do is take the sprayer and just spray the top of the medium, kind of get in there to make sure that it doesn't dry out. That's definitely something you don't want to happen, is to plant it into a dry medium or plant it into the medium. then a day or so it dries out, the seedling could potentially die off. So a quick spray there, nothing too crazy. Sounds like the battery's dying, but this should be sufficient. So here's one. I'm just gonna go through the line and we're gonna do each one. This one, so long. This is the longest one out of the bunch. Tap it nice down in there. Use the soil to kind of build it up a little bit. That one still kind of has the hull on, which is good. I'll spray it down, and then for the next couple days or so, that hull should get kicked off and the leaves should be showing. Right down the line, 3 more. Yep. Seed hull just came off on this one. So we'll keep this right above the soil here. This should be perfect. Pretty bunched up here. Oh, there goes the seed hull again. This one's actually into the paper towel too. That's another downside. This one might potentially not make it, but we'll see. We're gonna try anyways. Last but not least, seed hull fell off again. Totally should have been planted yesterday. We'll keep that part above ground. All right, so like I mentioned in past videos, I show the good and I show the bad. So it should have been planted yesterday. I wouldn't have run into the seed hull falling off. Okay, so here it is a few days later. You can see we do have some sprouts. 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one did not sprout. Not bad for making the mistake of planting a day late. I'd love to know in the comment section below what genetics are in your garden right now. Also, what are you planting in the future? Let me know down in the comment section below.